Johnny Fontana here again, live at South by Southwest. I'm joined with Steve from Snap Pages, actually the founder of Snap Pages. Really cool website. Talk a little bit about it. Tell us what you guys do.
Alright, so basically it's we call it website creation for the rest of us. It's made to be just really simple, easy to create a website, drag and drop, point and click, that kind of stuff. Everything, you don't have to know any kind of code. So we have an emphasis on it being really simple. Then another big thing that Snap Pages tries to do, the problem with a lot of do-it-yourself tools is, if you don't know what you're doing, you don't want it to look like you did it yourself.
Right.
So we build in a lot of stuff, a lot of design best practices, a lot of things like that to really help people that don't know what they're doing still come up with a professional-looking website.
Right. So you guys are an easier way. everybody uses WordPress pretty much. You guys are a lot easier. I saw a little demo of it yesterday. A lot of drag and drop. Sliding in different widgets, different Twitter and stuff like that, throwing that in. Really cool. So, you guys have been around for about a year and a half?
Yeah, less than a year and a half.
Can you explain kind of like where your idea came from?
Yeah, sure. So, basically I used to do web design for small and medium businesses. I would go and they would hire me to do a website, and I found that I would do kind of the same kind of thing over and over and over. Different design, but most companies needed the same sort of thing. On top of that, when someone find out what I did, I'd always have, oh hey, can you do me a website? Can you do me a website? And all these people want websites for $500, and just you can't do it in that price range and keep your margins where they need to be. So I saw that there was a huge need for something in between. There's still people that need something custom and go to a web designer and have them develop it for you. But there's this whole other group that I just need to be online. I need something simple. I need it to look professional.
Right.
And I want to be able to manage it myself. So in that range, there was kind of this big thing that was missing. And so the idea was to create, okay, a lot of what I could do, I could probably automate. And so it was creating a solution for that kind of group.
Right. Cool. You guys actually went about 2 years ago to TechCrunch 50.
Yeah.
Which is really cool. I'm sure a lot of people watching know what TechCrunch is and everything. So I'd love to hear a little bit about your take on it and a little bit of really more of the whole application process on getting approved and going there. How that experience was.
Okay, yeah, so we were actually in the demo pit, so we weren't like one of the 50 that were selected in there. But we were in the demo pit a year and a half ago, and actually for me it was great. I got to go there, and as a one-person company at the time, I was the only employee, the only developer, designer, all that kind of stuff. You get to go there, you get to meet tons of people. There's people from all these big companies stopping by to see what's the latest and greatest, that kind of stuff. And you get to go around and talk with all of them. And then also we had the guys from TechCrunch come and do a pretty good write-up on us, and that's the kind of thing that it really was good to jumpstart.
Right.
So I had a really positive experience with it. It depends on what you go in there for. A lot of people go to these events thinking, oh, I'm going to do this, and then I'll sell my company a week later or something like that. If you just go in there thinking I'm going to make a lot of good contacts, I'm going to good way to jumpstart things, and it's really worth it.
Right. Really cool. That's awesome. That's good. Good advice. So getting started, running a company by yourself in the early stages, how was it? Do you advise other people, if they can, getting a company started by yourself? I know I've tried it, and I found that for my situation I need a partner, but obviously you got.
Well, it depends. It depends on what you do. I was able to do it by myself only because I'm able to handle kind of both sides of things. I do the development, I do the design, but then I also handle the business side of things. Usually you want to get someone that at least does a little bit of both. I definitely. If you're a business side of things and you want to do something technical, I would recommend you not trying that. I've seen a lot of companies that they try to outsource everything, and it just ends up being a big mess. So at least have a partner with you that does know what they're doing from the tech side of things, and do it that way. But for me, it worked out really good. I didn't go out and get a bunch of investment money. Really, like I said, I used to develop websites for other people, and I use that to kind of bootstrap the early stage of it, which I totally recommend doing it. Because if you're not willing to take the time to invest in it, you're not willing to do that kind of stuff, don't expect other people to dump a bunch of money at you.
Right.
Do it that way. So, get it as far as you can. Stay away from investment at all costs if you can.
Yeah.
Because, if you can make it, might as well do it. It's going to take a little bit more to get you started and get the ball rolling, but, in the long run, unless you need a lot of, unless you're running something that needs a huge amount of investment to get you started, a bunch of capital, just try to do it yourself and see how far you can go. And you know, if it flops, then all you've lost is just kind of the sweat equity you put in.
Right, exactly. So growing, you know, from being a one-man operation until now you guys have a few employees and everything, have you seen is it kind of been a tough transition as far as, you know, dividing up the work and kind of making sure
it's a little bit at first, you know, you kind of have that mentality of, you know, I did everything because that's kind of what I do, and it's like,
right.
Well, it takes a little bit to let go of that and start to train yourself, saying, you know, okay, what are areas that I'm great at and that I should handle at all costs, and what are some things that I can start splitting off to some other people, because you'll never grow more than you know, just you can do by yourself. So the challenge for me, at least personally, was really starting to see, okay, forcing myself to let go of a few things and hand off a few things, and saying, okay, I'm not going to be in control of everything anymore. I'll kind of oversee it, and letting it build that way. But at the same time, you know, one of the lessons I learned earlier is you know, don't hire people if you don't need to. And, you know, one of the things someone gave me, the best advice I heard was, you know, hire slow and fire fast.
Yeah.
And that's something I've definitely learned. Take a long time. Don't just hire someone. You know, really vet them out. Say, is this really someone I need? And this is something that I can do for myself for a while. And if someone's not working, get rid of them quickly.
Yeah.
You know, do that kind of thing. So that's one of the things.
Awesome. That's really good advice. Any other advice to the young founders and entrepreneurs that are out there?
Man, just you know, if you got a great idea and if you got something, you know, test it out. Let people know what you're trying to do and see, you know, is there a need for it. You know, one of the things I saw someone actually uses Snap Pages to do, I thought it was a great idea. They create a website for a startup that doesn't even exist. They create this website and say, click here to sign up. And you know, when they click there to sign up, it's just like a coming soon page. But what they do is they see what kind of interest there was in it before they even launch. It costs like no money to do. Get the website out there, and if you got no interest for it, you know, maybe it's time you rethink. Okay, before you waste a lot of money and go too far down the road. You know, be able to take feedback, to be able to take constructive criticism, and find out, you know, is this really something someone's needing before you go out.
Definitely. So, great advice. Thank you so much.
Yeah, man, appreciate it.
Steve from Snap Pages, guys, please go on there and check it out. Give Snap Pages a little tour. This is Johnny Fontana, South by Southwest. Thanks for tuning in.